Yo, what is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. Now in this video today we are going to be reacting to DBG ranking the best budget players in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM on a tier list. Now DBG did say that these players are going to be 15k or less, give or take. Now some of these cards are cards, you know, in the hero set. Like I know Ray Allen was on this list, so we're gonna be ranking all of them. Now obviously DBG plays more on next gen, I play more on current gen, so we have two different kind of opinions here. We also don't agree on anything, or not anything, we don't agree on everything as it is. But before we dive into a huge shout out to DBG, make sure to go drop a sub to him if you haven't yet, and if you are new to my channel or have not yet, please consider smashing that subscribe button as we're on the road to 60,000 subscribers. So I know the last tier list DBG did that I reacted to wasn't really, we didn't necessarily agree on a lot of it, so we'll see. Maybe the budget players will agree on just that little bit more.
You got Brian Russell first.
I like Brian Russell.
I'm gonna put him
B. He could be.
I mean, he's literally like, imagine if,
I don't know, he's on the verge of being A tier. I don't want to go A tier, but I like him a lot.
He made him better at everything on the perimeter.
Talking about Daniel Tice.
Made him worse at interior defending, but you let him play the 2 guard because he's 6'8" and has a longer wingspan.
He just said Daniel Tice. Don't ever disrespect Brian Russell like that again. Daniel Tice.
He's insane.
Brian Russell is
insane.
He's a
3 and D cone. That is
he's
what
good.
he is. A moderately good dribbler, good shooter, good enough shooter, base 30.
I mean,
body base.
He's just a good defender, and he has good length.
Hence why he is in this tier right
You
here.
could still put him in A tier. Quite honestly, I don't even mind him on current gen. I don't mind that release either.
Jared Jack. I mean, if you're on current gen, it's hard to not put the guy in like B tier.
I mean, the only reason I wouldn't put him in B tier is just we have so many good budget point guards. We really do. Now B tier, I agree. We just have so many good point guards in the budget tier, so we'll see. We'll see. With
Jared Jack, he's gonna hit almost
no, he is definitely
every
knocked
shot
down.
he takes,
especially on current gen. He is so knocked down.
Next gen, I'm a little bit iffy on the card.
I mean, I haven't played with Jared Jack on next gen, but on current gen, he's definitely
Then we have
nice.
Kyle Anderson.
A.
Kyle Anderson's so good, man.
A tier, no doubt about it.
So I think I might have to move.
Whoa. Chill on Brian. No. Leave Kyle Anderson in A tier. Brian Russell B tier. I'm fine if you want Jared Jack in C tier.
All these guys down at tier.
Now, looking at this list, guys, right now, I don't know if there's 5 better players than Kyle Anderson. Now, maybe I'm gassing it. Maybe I'm saying anything right now. But for my personal opinion, I don't know if there's 5 better cards that okay, there are 5 better. It's close. Kyle Anderson, for me, at least is A tier. It's not close. It's not close.
Maybe not, but
he's easily A tier.
Really good.
Easily.
His length is underrated.
Move Brian Russell up, too. Like, the dish. I like Brian Russell.
Underrated.
Now, Kyle. Whoa. He said his jumper is underrated. It's the same jumper that Elgin Baylor had, so.
Got Pro 3 behind the back.
It's kind of interesting. Because when I was hyping up Elgin Baylor, he didn't like his release.
Defense is
now
good.
he likes it.
Shooting, obviously, as I said, is good. Dunking's still pretty good. He just does.
Now, Anderson does have a very nice release.
He's a really nice cone, and if he is needed to go to the basket with that Pro 3, he can actually take the ball up quite well.
Now, Kyle Anderson can handle it a little bit, too. He's just so good on defense. That's why I like him that much.
Smush Parker, A tier. Smush.
And that's what I'm saying about the budget point guards that we have. Like,
he's got a Treyberg base, which in my opinion is one of the best.
How do you vary, you know, a guy like Smush versus some of the other point guards? Nah, Smush is a dog.
50 hole patch. It's not like he needs any.
Smush is so tough.
He's got range. He's got clamps.
He's got everything you need. Like, yes, 50 gold badges. You might want more hoppers, but I mean, you don't need those. Like, he can do his thing.
Everything he needs. He's got good length. He's 6'4". Dunking's good.
Nah, Smush is definitely solid. Definitely solid.
His release is fantastic. He's A tier. Aaron Baines.
Ew. Oh, good night. Like, ew.
I'm gonna say B. If you're on next gen, Baines is class. If you're on current gen, Baines, not so much. Not so much. We're
talking about Aaron Baines now. Like, we're talking about Aaron Baines here.
Very flawed. His speed is like, speed means way more on current gen.
Aaron Baines is slow.
Like, the equivalent, having like high 70 speed on next gen is the equivalent of having like high 80 speed on current gen.
Like, Aaron Baines is slow. I would never, ever recommend anybody running that card on current gen. Ever.
He gets away a lot more with his low speed on current gen. Or say on next gen because he does move well. His jumper, in my opinion, is really nice. Set shot 4.
I hate that release.
Not a current gen player, but next gen, he's really nice.
Current gen, he's D probably. Like
Daniel Tice. I mean, if Brian, you're also C tier, we're gonna put Daniel Tice in E tier.
Thank you.
Like Tice has got the same release as Russell.
Thank you.
So we can
got something right here.
But he's Dude's a 6'8"
He's not
center.
that bad,
he's not
though.
elite on defense. And his best stats are like his rebounding and his shot blocking.
Right, but he's not that
So
bad.
he's not going to do either of them. E tier.
I don't like him, and I want to use him, but he's not worthless. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Look, I know on next gen, Jose Calderon is tough. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I know if you're next gen, he's probably S, but just because of current gen, you can't put him in S.
I mean, he's my point. He's my, like, I literally run him as my point guard. I can't not put him in S tier. If you are on current gen, though, if you're on current gen, you're probably looking at B tier for Calderon. But, like,
I can't, look, with as little as I play next gen, I can't disagree. I just can't. I mean, objectively, guys, I don't even run Donovan Mitchell on my budget squad either, but Donovan Mitchell is, he's probably S tier, but who is more usable in a competitive setting, Kyle Anderson or Donovan Mitchell? I would lean Kyle Anderson. So that's kind of the predicament I'm having here, is it's like, I don't mind Donovan, but
he wasn't that high on my overall tier list, but I mean, as far as budget players go, you kind of have to.
He's definitely worth it for the budget players, though, just because he is such an easy grind.
Like, Calderon is, he's definitely not better on current gen, but on next gen, Calderon's better than Mitchell.
I don't know.
Blinders, really
I can't disagree.
Release. Good handle.
With as little as I played next gen, I can't tell. You know, I can't disagree. And that's what I'm saying before the video. DBG's more on next gen, I'm more on current gen. Just the way it is, man. I have so many good point
guards in my collection. Calderon is the second best after John Wall.
Like, I'm using D'Angelo Russell, so I mean,
Donovan Mitchell.
You can just make
Mitchell's
about any point guard
Mitchell
work,
is
honestly.
still really good. He can curry. He's got.
Like, I'm using D'Lo over Mitchell, but Mitchell is definitely fine.
A little bit undersized, so if you are coming up against a Magic Johnson,
Mitchell definitely is undersized, and that's why I don't even run him like 6'1".
T-Mac at the 2, he'll get post hooked by T-Mac. But he is really solid on offense, and his wingspan kind of makes up for it. Timothy Luau Cabrio.
I can't say anything here.
If Kyle Anderson's A tier, he's A tier. TLC.
I'm gonna hear you out. I've never used a card. I'll hear you out.
Class.
I don't like the comparison to Kyle Anderson though.
His Evo is a bit tedious.
I think it's like 50 steals or something crazy. But I remember when this card came out, I was like, if you get him Evo'd up, he's not bad.
Really quickly.
25. That's
it's not bad at all. But the rest of the stuff, the Evo up is fine. He's got a fantastic release. He's got
like I said, I've never used TLC ever. But I do like the fact that they came out with like a diamond TLC. I think that's pretty fire.
Bargnani.
Ew.
I mean, he's just like way worse version of Baines.
Ew.
He doesn't play any defense.
Barn is terrible. Didn't we get a good Amethyst Bargnani earlier? I don't remember.
I think even though he didn't play defense,
I think the Diamond Bargnani was just such a letdown.
TTO. Give me ties over Bargnani. Bargnani's obviously
like you're not gonna use either. Like
with a much longer wingspan, so he's on D tier. Bargnani can shoot though. Can't do anything else.
Anthony's tough.
Anthony Simons.
I don't think he's bad on current gen at least.
CB.
But it's just tough because like there's like Jared Jack's solid too, so it's just tough.
I'm gonna go B because I know people like him.
Tough. I feel like
apparently he's
I've
really
never done
current gen.
I was gonna say I've never done a gameplay with him. Maybe I need to try him out on my No Money Spent squad. But just looking at the card, I thought he looked pretty solid.
He can't move on next gen. He has slasher dribble stuff.
And that's the thing. There's such a big difference between current gen and next gen. Such a big difference.
Like, it's an unfortunate thing because on current gen, dribble style doesn't matter at all.
That's the hard thing about these videos in general. It's like current gen, next gen, there's just so much different.
But he does have a good release.
I feel like I'd like the card on current gen at least. I might try him out. Because, like, just seeing this list, I want to try Anthony Simons out.
No, he's B. He's B. He'd be probably A tier on current gen. He's B tier because he sucks on next gen. Anthony Davis.
He's good.
I mean, he's better than Bargnani. And I mean, he's
give him B tier.
Worse stats-wise than Aaron Baines. Like, yeah, you can argue release is better.
His release isn't even comparable. Anthony Davis's release is so much better. It's not even close.
He's like objectively worse than Aaron Baines.
The hate towards AD is something I don't like. A Disney deserves better fate.
He's not terrible at all. Basically, same as the Pink Dime, just a little bit outdated.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue, but I would never run Aaron Baines ever.
And we got a Flalo.
He's not bad. He's not as good as Brian Russell, right?
Jack and C tier.
Right. No, I agree.
Doesn't he?
I agree.
100%. He's smaller than Brian Russell. They both have half clamps.
We can agree on this one, DBG. He's not. He's just not quite as good as those guys. But I mean, he's not bad.
Davis Now you go into A tier. Baron Davis is nice.
Nah,
I think I would
disagree.
probably take Baron Davis over.
I haven't used
Debatable
him.
if I take Baron Davis over Smush Parker.
The thing is,
close.
a lot of these cards again I have not used. Like Baron Davis, I'm just scarred from the Galaxy Opal, so it's hard, right? Because I'm so scarred from that Galaxy
entire
Opal.
set, that retro set's one of the most underrated sets.
Retro sets are always good.
Levine, Baron
like, they're
Davis,
always,
Westbrook.
always so good.
Those guys are so underrated.
I knew once I saw we were getting
underrated.
retro, I was like, it's gonna be a deep set because it always is.
Same Zopal, Lillard base, Curry slide. He's got Showdown dunks for current gen.
See, maybe I'd like that Baron Davis.
Sarah.
Do not disrespect Bobby. Don't even think about it.
I prefer Smush to Sarah.
Good.
I know a lot of people prefer Sarah.
I like it. I thought he was gonna go C tier. Now I was about to lose
again,
my
really
mind.
nice card.
I like A tier.
He can dunk it. He shoots well. He's
That's where he
6'5".
belongs. Now, who do I prefer, Sarah or Donovan Mitchell in a comp game? Bob Sarah, and it's not even close. Bob Sarah is better than Donovan Mitchell, in my opinion.
We got everything, but I think Trey Burke base puts Smush Parker quite a bit.
Yes, but Bob Sarah is just complete.
I don't like Brent Barry as much as most people do. I'm gonna put Brent Barry in B tier.
I've never used the card. Somebody ran Brent Barry against me.
I think he just feels
just the other day.
Me. He's basically
I don't love the release.
He's a better dunker and
that's the only thing. I just don't love the release.
I can't get to the basket with him. Like I can use him as a 3-and-D cone, and like he's pretty good at it. But for me, he doesn't quite. He's not quite as good as people say.
When somebody ran him against me, I mean, he just stood there. I mean, I've never used him again, so I can't really say too much.
Scalabrini. I just realized I don't have Austin Crocier on the list.
Scal's better than Austin.
Scal's a little. Crocier might be number 1. I think we might be looking at S tier for Austin Crocier.
Okay, don't gas him that badly. Give me Scal over Austin Crocier. Now, I know Austin Crocier does this and that. Scal's release is just so tough. I love Scal. One step above Austin. No. Kyle Anderson's better than Austin Crocier, too, on current gen. Remember, DBG's on next gen. I'm on current gen base. But I will say, give me Kyle Anderson, give me Scal on current gen over Austin Crocier. That's my order. Anderson, Scal, Crocier. Just because, I mean, I get it. He's got a decent release. It's easy to green, but it's just... Scal's release is just different, man.
Brian Scalabrine.
Don't hate on Scal. He's B tier.
I'll go B. I'll go B.
At least B tier.
Because there aren't that many great cheap power forwards that can do.
Nah, Kyle Anderson, in my opinion, is by far the best. In my opinion.
Basically, play like a downgraded Antoine Jameson. That's basically what Scalabrine.
Scal is chicken, though. He definitely is.
Bruce Bowen.
D.
I mean, E tier.
Wait, is that the early Bruce Bowen? I don't even remember Bruce Bowen.
Like, he's got clamps. He's got...
Is this from a long time ago? That's the finals set.
He's so over. He's so out there.
Oh my goodness. I was thinking of a different card because that Bruce Bowen is so old. He's old as dirt. Yes, he is worthless.
I hate doing it. I should have put him on the list. He's worthless.
He definitely is. Looking at who we got left.
11 minutes in. Let's go. I'll fill out some of these lower tiers. Let's go.
Who's a lower tier? Taco Fall. Get him in worthless. Do not touch Chris Paul.
I mean, I like Chris Paul.
On next gen, he's a bucket.
Colin Sexton.
Yeah, you're right. But he's a bucket on next gen.
He's not as good as Fultz. He's not as good as any point guard left.
Okay, he's still a bucket on next gen. Don't put him in E tier. Because I will give you a bucket with Chris Paul on next gen, DBG. And I don't even play next gen. I play DBG on current gen. Next gen, the same results will happen, guys. Just so y'all know. I would use Amethyst Chris Paul, really drop him.
Do I want an E or D?
I think Chris Paul, honestly...
I think I'm going to put him in E because we don't have that many bad cards left.
I'm fine with it, but I would have him in D. I love Chris Paul. Yeah, Bargnani sucks.
Down.
He stinks.
That looks a little bit better. Worthless tier.
Taco.
I mean...
Put him in worthless.
Taco Fall doesn't come with any hook badges.
Thank you, he's worthless.
Put him in worthless tier. If Taco Fall did come with like gold or Hall of Fame D-Pucks,
nah, he's worthless.
Still be a cheese ball, but he doesn't come with any.
I'm intrigued to where he puts Diamond Thorough Bailey.
Isaiah Hartenstein, you are a trash can. Oh my god, I tried to use him today. He is a trash can.
Imagine trying to use Isaiah Hartenstein. I would never.
He's so bad in this game.
Is that Ruby Joe Harris any good? I've never used him.
He's absolutely.
Like, that's the thing about DBG though, is he'll use anybody. Like, he'll use anybody in the game. Like, I would never. If I see he's that bad, I'm not using him. I'm not.
Okay, let's look at E tier. So when we're looking at D tier,
Marc Gasol.
The Aflalo level tier.
Marc Gasol is not good, guys.
So I think
Oh, D tier?
Probably looking at Miller in E tier.
Bro,
Yeah, we're
please
definitely looking
put
at
Marc
Miller in E tier. He's better
Gasol
than
in E tier.
He's definitely better than Bone. I know he only has bronze clamps, but he's better than Bone because of that range and a really, really nice
He's got a
release.
good
So
release.
Mike Miller is going to E tier.
Definitely does have a nice
I
release.
don't actually mind Mike Miller too much, to be honest, though.
Put Marc Gasol in there.
Jingles.
I've never used Joe Harris.
Ingles, E tier.
Yeah, I don't like
Releases
Joe
are great.
Ingles.
Joe Harris. Joe Harris is gone so under the radar. Like, you can
Never
get Joe
used him.
Harris literally in 45 minutes of grinding. You, like, not even grinding speed.
You can get a lot of the XP
45 minutes,
rewards
you'll probably
super
get the XP
easy,
needed to get Joe Harris.
especially this
Joe
season.
Harris is class. His shooting's good. His defense is pretty good. For limited, he is an absolute god.
I
way
have the
better than
card, but I
Miller.
don't think I've ever touched him or used him.
D-
So
D tier for him. Anyone else needs lower
Marc
tiers?
Gasol, please grab him. He's a trash can.
I mean, one is the power forward, which is kind of a weak position.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's not
Kobe
very
as
good.
a budget player, I'm gonna have to put him in D tier, but
Kobe is
his
not
range of
bad.
hope, he's really good.
Kobe is not bad,
Like,
guys.
it costs quite a bit to range him up.
If you like Kobe
but
Bryant
his
and
range of
use
Kobe, he is a good character.
Ruby Kobe, you'll be just fine. I said
Then we have
Roby.
Sexton.
Ruby Kobe, you'll be
Sexton's
fine.
like a step below Smush Parker and Baron Davis and Sura, so let's put him in B tier. I do think he's very comparable to Simons.
Anthony,
Sexton is very,
like
very
I've not
comparable
used
to Anthony
Colin
Simons.
Sexton. I've used his
And
better
he's
card, the
really,
Pink
really
Diamond, and I
solid
loved
player.
his
Good
release.
enough
Like I like
finisher,
Sexton's
and-
release a lot, so I'm probably higher on Sexton
Well,
compared to
Simons is,
compared to
taller,
Simons, but
Sexton can move.
where is he gonna put Dale Ellis? He's
Yeah,
a
we
card
get Dale
I've
Ellis.
not used.
I don't think Dale Ellis is any better than Brent Barry. Like, a lot of people are gonna say Dale Ellis higher.
I think
mean-
because it doesn't Dale Ellis have the Ray Allen base though?
I get it. I'm pretty sure he's got half blinders for next gen.
Does he have Ray
and
Allen base?
He's tall with Ray Allen base, but like,
See, in my opinion, that
why
puts
would
him
you
above
go
Brent
for
Barry.
Dale Ellis just because he's tall with Ray Allen base when you can just
I'm
use
not
Ray
saying
Allen
I'm not saying you should, but I'm just saying, is he better than Brent Barry?
as
Probably.
Ray Allen base,
I
and
mean,
you can get him easier. As well as that, there's no reason to use Dale Ellis because Ray Allen and Clay are so much better.
Clay
he
is
doesn't even
so
really
tough.
bring anything. Like, he doesn't have the move.
Ray Allen is good on next gen. I've heard that from a lot of people.
For him.
I kind of want to
Maybe
get
an
Ray
argument,
Allen
maybe
too,
being harsh,
just to
but
have
I'm gonna
fun.
put
When
him
maybe I'll
Dino
put on next gen
S.
next season for my no money spent.
Dino S tier.
I mean,
Uh,
Dino is hyped up a lot compared to what I think he is. I mean, Dino's good. Don't get it twisted, guys. But
nah.
I've said it from the get go. I was never a huge fan of Dino Raj.
Here's the thing.
I think Bamba is just as good as his card.
On next gen, I think I'd take Aaron Baines over Dino. Here's the thing. But on current
Even
gen,
on current
I
gen,
would
it's
take
like
Dino,
Dino
and it's
is
not even
just
close
he's
over Aaron
okay.
Baines. Are there any
He's
other
nothing
centers here
special.
that are better than Dino?
Mo Bamba's equal level.
No,
Maxi is better than Dino. It's not even close, not even comparable. Maxi is better than Dino. Diamond Sean Kemp is better than Dino, in my opinion. Those two, and it's not even close. I know DBG is probably going to say Yalen is
Bamba
better
is
than
not
him, but
better
I don't
than
know.
Dino.
Yes, he is. Bamba is
Any
just as
centers
good.
here-
Bamba better be A tier, otherwise I'm going to get
Better
mad.
than Dino.
Maxi
I mean,
and
you could
Sean Kemp,
argue
yes.
Sean Kemp.
And Maxi.
Actually, range of Sean Kemp is better, so I'm gonna put Dino in A tier. But
Where's
on
Maxi going?
next gen, I take Baines over him, but I realized I used Baines on current gen, and I just shot around with him after Ty's video. Yeah, Baines does suck on current gen.
I'm
He is
saying
so much
Aaron Baines stinks,
Baines sucks on
man.
current gen. He's really good on next gen.
He stinks on current gen.
Okay, now we got Drazen.
He's just
tier.
mid, man. Like,
I mean, I can't put him lower than D tier because he does have half range and a really good release and gold clamps. But
I mean, he's gonna be knocked down, I guess. You know, if you like Drazen, he's gonna knock down shots. He's not that bad. For an inside center, D12 is not bad.
I get it, he can move. But
I'd put him higher. I'd put Dwight Howard.
It's hard putting him above Daniel Tice. Like, he can move and he gets boards and plays defense.
I get it. You can. That's fair.
Move Tice up above.
I'm fine if you.
Bargnani to Tice.
I don't. I prefer Tice to Bargnani. I just think speed is so valuable.
This tough one is like, do I put him in E or do I put him in D? I'm gonna put him in D tier.
Like, I just think speed is so
Jones.
valuable.
Eddie Jones.
Eddie's under
Go
15K now.
go
That's
get
wild
yourself
to me.
into-
That's so wild to me.
If you were on next gen,
I think I bought a badged up Eddie for 100K
you're
at one
probably C
point.
tier, honestly. But current gen, I'm gonna put him in A tier. So let's put him in B tier. Eddie, you were great.
B tier for Eddie? That makes me so sad to see.
You were a great servant to the team, like you were.
I absolutely
You were
love
one of
Eddie.
the greatest.
Can't wait
You
till we
were
get.
one of the
Hopefully, we get a
original
Galaxy
goats.
Opal Eddie soon.
You are this year's Lamar Odom.
He was so
Except
good.
the difference is that we've gotten so many absolutely elite amethyst and diamond cards that
Like Eddie Jones was so
this year's
good.
Diamond
Man.
Lamar Odom doesn't have the same impact. Like I was still using Diamond Lamar Odom in my squads until March because he was
Lamar
not
Odom
March,
was
until,
really
like,
just a
June,
man with
July,
the
because he was the
plan.
best
He just
diamonds,
was.
power forward in the game, but he was the start of everything being elite, and this Eddie Jones is the start of everything being elite. So
He
yeah,
was a
Eddie
season,
Jones,
season of
he's
giving
having the B
card.
tier.
Look at Eddie. Man.
Felipe Lopez.
Is he A tier or where are you gonna put him?
I'm higher now on Felipe Lopez than I was 2 weeks ago.
I'm
Because
fine. I like
realized
that today.
I've been trying to run him at point guard. You run him at the 2.
I feel like if you
him at
run
the 2 and
Felipe,
he's just,
you have to have at
he's
least that
just
secondary
Kemp
ball
Jr. with a
handler,
longer
right?
wingspan.
So
like, if you run him at the 2, you're getting a 7-1 wingspan. You're playing lanes at an elite rate.
I feel like if you run him
jumpers.
with, you know, a shooting guard that
He's
can make
so
plays, he's
much
fine.
better
So
at
if
the
you
2
run him
than
with
the
even
1.
like Clyde
Like,
at
I
the
stopped
2,
using
you're
him on
fine.
budget squads because I was like,
And just use Clyde as
okay,
your
there's no
primary
point
ball handler.
because there are so many great budget point guards. But now I'm just like,
But it's tough because
Play him
there's
at the
a lot of good 2s
play
in the
him at
game
the 2
too.
and he's even better.
There's a lot of great 2s. Like this, I forgot to mention, I think, but this video was out like a week ago, so there's not going to be any of the newest cards, like Pink Diamond Wiggins. Like, there's just so many good 2s in the game, it's just
Lopez,
hard.
A tier. I would have had him B tier if this was like last week, but he's A tier.
Nah, Lopez is tough.
Glenn Robinson.
B or A?
Just because
No,
how
if Eddie Jones is B tier,
iconic this card was
Glenn
and
is
how
B
great he
tier.
was for his time, I'm going to put him into C tier.
Oh, he's
because
going
he is
C
cash.
tier. Wait, just because of iconic? What do you mean? He's way better than everybody at D tier. He's at least C tier. Like, at the very least. Like, honestly, I put Glenn Robinson in B tier at least. Like, at least. Am I tripping to say Glenn Robinson is better than Brent Barry? Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know.
He's wide open in the corner. He's
I
hitting
think
every
Glenn
shot.
Robinson is so tough, though. I liked him a ton.
No, I can't put him above like Drazen.
What?
I can't put him above Drazen. Because he's not as good. He's not terrible.
Dude, I think you're wrong on this one. And you like Glenn, so I'm kind of confused. Like, I'm kind of confused. If you would have asked me a month ago who I'd rather have on my budget squad, Brian Russell or Glenn Robinson, I'd have said Glenn Robinson. Like, I think Glenn is better than DBG's giving him credit for right now. Like, I really do.
I'll give him C tier. I'll give him C tier.
I would be
C tier because I'm more
inclined
confident
to
in
give
wide
him
open
B
Glenn
tier.
than Drazen. To be fair, there's not that many players in the game. I'd be more confident.
And
in
Glenn
wide
is more complete than Drazen. He can do more for you.
Glenn Robinson. So yeah,
Look,
that's
I will
probably
be
C.
higher with Glenn.
Glenn Rice.
I don't know if I've ever used Glenn
He's not
Rice.
as good as Dale Ellis. He's not as good as
I
Eddie
don't even think he's
Jones.
good as he's not even as good as Glenn Robinson.
Like, it's a close one.
I'd move Glenn up.
Like, you could probably argue him up here, but
I'd be more inclined to move Glenn
maybe
Robinson
I'll
up.
give him here. Let's see if we can fill out these bottom like 3 tiers before we go on the
Please
top
put Marc Gasol in there.
So
He
we're gonna
stinks. Wancho,
I'm gonna
yeah.
put Wancho into C tier, just because there's not that many power forwards.
I'm fine,
Like,
I
he would
guess.
probably be in D tier.
I guess. I mean, Glenn's better
Is
than
he
Wancho.
better at small forward than Kobe is a small forward? No. Is he better at small forward than Drazen? No. But he plays a power forward. There's not that many budget power forwards.
I mean, that's
He's just
fine, but
downgraded
Glenn
from
is way
Scout.
better than Wancho.
So we have got Wancho, Hernan Gomez in
That's
C
fine.
tier.
I'm not using cards. So I
Then
can't
I'm gonna
complain.
put Isaac in C tier. I get it. He's got good length, no range.
No,
extend.
even Glenn again is better than Jonathan Isaac, and I like Ruby Jonathan
There are
Isaac.
flaws in this card.
Eventually, we're gonna get
There
a
are
soup Jonathan
definitely
Isaac.
flaws in
This
this
one
card.
just wasn't that next
We're
level.
gonna put him
It
in
just
C
wasn't.
tier.
Please grab Marc Gasol.
Who else goes in these lower tiers?
Marc Gasol.
Mo
Do not touch Mobot.
Bamba's not in
Thank you. Do not touch him.
one of those lower
Do not listen.
tiers.
Marc Gasol. Thurl's not in a low tier. Are you kidding me? Thurl Bailey's
Not as
tough.
high on Thurl as most people. I'm putting Thurl in C tier. Apparently, a lot of people are really high on this card. Even on next gen, we can carry. I'm not that high on it.
He's tough on current gen. He'd be.
You can't catch a rebound. And by can't catch a rebound,
Yeah, but he plays lanes and he's fast and he has
literally
half
drops the ball all the
showtime.
time.
Like Thurl
I've
Bailey
never seen a player drop the
is so much better in my opinion than Scalabrine. But that's
ball
again
as
my
many times as
opinion.
him with his
Again, we
60
just
rebounds.
disagree. We agree to disagree, and
It's
I
ridiculous. It is
disagree
ridiculous.
on
He
this
rebounds
one.
like he's a bronze point guard.
I
But he still
strongly
has got decent
disagree
length.
with
He
this
shoots the
one.
ball well. I was very high when he first came out, not so much anymore. But he's
I'm
here.
super high on Thurl. He might even be
So-
A tier for me. He stinks. Marc Gasol stinks.
Like, I don't mind Gasol.
I do. No.
He's all in C tier as well. I don't mind him.
No.
I don't think you can objectively say he's worse than Anthony Davis.
He is way worse than Anthony Davis. One guy I can shoot with, the other dude I cannot shoot with. Marc Gasol's release is just not it.
Badges. He's got a great shooting stat. He's not bad.
Not bad at all. I guess. I just
pretty
disagree.
Sure he comes at range. One player I don't like that everyone loves. Julius Randle. I don't like him at all.
I don't know if I've used Julius Randle. I don't really remember him. He wasn't terrible, but
he was like one of the best centers in the game when he came out. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the way he plays, his movement, his jump shot.
He wasn't next level for me.
Julius Randle. Who knows? Maybe later on in the year.
He's fine, but he wasn't next level for me.
But
I agree with this one. I definitely agree with this one. I definitely agree.
And then, for any other, I mean, Killian Hayes.
Don't put him in worthless. He's not that bad.
He doesn't come quick for a step. If you give him quick for a step, though.
I mean, he has a lot of badges.
He's B tier. His release on next gen is chicken.
Killian Hayes has a lot of badges.
On next gen.
I remember when the card came out, I was so impressed.
If you don't give him quick for a step, he's probably D tier.
Quick for a step is so valuable.
Who else are there any of these in the lower tiers?
I don't see nobody.
No, not really. I think I'm going to bring some players down. I'm going to bring...
Do not bring through... No, leave Glenn. AD down. You're telling me out of C tier, the first two people you brought down are Glenn Robinson and A. Disney. You got Wancho up there. You got Marc Gasol up there. And you bring down A. Disney and Glenn Robinson.
I'm going to bring Juan down.
I mean, I guess. We just have different opinions.
Keep Gasol.
We just have different opinions. You're going to keep Marc Gasol.
I'm going to bring Skal down one tier.
Brent Barry. Move Brent Barry down first.
So we got Bamba. I mean, Bamba is A tier. He just is. Like, Bamba, he's got the hot...
He does belong in A tier. I do agree with that. Now, out of every point guard at A tier, I would rather run every single one outside of Bamba. You know, and that's just my preference, my personal opinion.
He can play defense. He's not even going to be, like, in a mismatch situation if there's a Magic Johnson on the floor.
He's not. You're right.
Him out there.
But I do not like that release as much as most people do. I just don't.
His jumper is all right. If you can get used to it, it's actually a really good jump shot. So... Yeah,
he just sometimes shoots the long two, and I don't like that.
Are going to be wanting him in a lower tier, and that's fine.
No, I think he belongs at A tier with the point guard you have there more than anywhere else.
Tier list, so Bong is A tier.
I'm not arguing that.
Leon, A. E is fine.
Again, not something I'm going to argue. I mean, he's better than Aaron Baines. You just got to pick and choose. You know, I'm not going to argue something with that I agree.
You really could. He's
like, he is tough.
He's definitely better than Dino, especially if you haven't badged up. If you give him Clemson range, he's better.
Yeah, Dino is not it.
Kevin Porter Jr.
He's good.
I'm not sure.
Guys, he is good.
Clay, though, is not Porter. Clay is S and is not even close.
Yeah, Clay is not close. I'd put KPJ in A tier.
Like, if you took away the thing where it shows tiers under the player when they play, and you used Clay Thompson, this card in his opal, you would not be able to tell the difference.
You probably wouldn't. I never really used the Galaxy opal. The one thing I will say is Clay is so good. Like, for the people who locked in for the Galaxy opal, I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry. Sorry, man. That's tough.
He is absolutely.
Clay is definitely super good.
Clay Thompson Diamond is going into S tier.
I'm wondering where he's gonna put KPJ. Markel Fultz right now is just like the definition of mid. Like, he just is.
I think I'm gonna put him the same tier as Jared Jack.
Right, nah, C tier is right.
I thought earlier on in the year that Markel Fultz and Jared Jack were gonna be the best Ruby combination in the game of point guard. How wrong I was.
Yeah, literally.
How wrong I was.
Literally. Oh, we only got one line left?
Yes.
Thank you!
Porter Jr.? I mean, you badge up MPJ. I'm putting him in A.
Wait, he put... Where did he put Maxey? I do not agree with MPJ at A tier either.
MPJ is a dangerous.
Now, a lot of people... Here's the one thing. A ton of people like MPJ. I'm not one of them. I'm just not that high on MPJ. I like it. Good. I was scared he would not do that. Maxey is tough. Maxey is so tough. I'm glad we agreed on that one. I'm glad. He's my type of center. I'll say that.
At an elite rate, Maxi Kleber is so nice. He's like...
He's my type of center.
Domantas Sabonis. In my opinion, he is the second best. Like, I literally run him in my team. Like, he blows Aaron Baines.
It's not even close. Not even close. Because he can actually defend.
So
Maxey can actually play defense.
Quentin Richardson.
Never use a card.
He's worse Dale Ellis.
I've never used Quentin.
Yes, you can argue Dale Ellis into A tier. You can argue Quentin Richardson to C tier. But
Mo Bamba better be A tier.
But he's definitely not in the same tier as Dale. He's literally just the worst version of Dale Ellis.
Bamba better be A tier.
That's the only thing I remember from playing with him. Mo Bamba, B tier. He's got really, really nice length. He moves quite well.
So what's the problem here? Well, I would like to know, what's the problem? He's got nice length. He moves well. Blocks 9 shots a game.
A little bit weak.
Listen, you can be weak, but listen, man, if you're that tall with that type of length, with that type of athleticism, it doesn't matter. You're going to get blocks, man.
And 90% of the players are not going to abuse that 60 strength. However, there are certain people that can abuse the 60 strength.
I mean, they can, but what are they going to do? Drop step me? I'll steal it. I promise you I will. Like, it would take somebody that really knows what they're doing to abuse Mo Bamba. And if that happens, then, you know, it happens. But I will die on the hill that I'll take Mo Bamba in any sort of competitive type setting over Dino Raja. I will. That's me.
If you're somebody that plays a bunch of lanes, if you're somebody that attacks,
I just think he protects the rim so well. Like
Mo Bamba's length more so than anything, and his speed to play defense. Then you're gonna be.
I just think
obviously
he is one of the best rim protectors in the game.
You're probably gonna have a lot of success with this card. The problem is that the vast majority of people that play my team don't play defense like that.
You're 100% right, but he still protects the rim incredibly well.
If you're not playing lanes and you're just playing him like traditional defense, trying to on-ball in another team center, and they know what they're doing, he can get scored on every.
Look, I love Mo Bamba. I love it.
So then we got Ray S tier.
Look, I'm not gonna argue it
because
like
S plus tier.
Not even just DBG.
If we're on current gen though, Ray is. I mean, Ray might be S tier if we're on current gen as well. I got he's off steady, but he's.
Maybe I would probably lean A tier. But here's the thing about Ray. There's been so many people that have said he's really like that on next gen, so I just kind of want to get him.
It's like Jose Calderon. Like he's just too good not to put in S tier.
I kind of just want to get the card, but I can't. Like I think he's hard to get. I don't know.
These guys are on next gen. Flip Murray, wherever Smush Parker is, they're basically the same card. Like there's
Ronald Murray is actually like Ronald Murray and Smush. They're just really so close.
Rudy Fernandez. This might be a shock to you guys.
Do not put him in C tier.
S tier.
Okay. I was worried he was gonna put him low. After seeing where he put Glenn Robinson, I was worried he's gonna put him low. Like here's my thing, right? Rudy Fernandez, Eddie Jones, and Glenn Robinson all played on my best squad at the same time together. So it's sad seeing Rudy Fernandez at S tier and Glenn Robinson at D tier. I would probably still have... Rudy belongs in S tier, I'm not going to argue. But I still think Glenn Robinson deserves some more respect. But I'm fine with Rudy at S tier.
S tier for Rudy Fernandez. I am such a big fan of
Me too. He's got half shot time. He's not great on defense.
But I mean, in terms of just a rim running player, he is fantastic.
He is absolutely.
Pro 3 behind the back. He dunks on everyone. He hits wide open.
His release is good on current gen at least.
He's gonna hit it.
Now I like Rudy Fernandez a lot. I really do.
He's got so much going for him. Like, yes, he doesn't have half range, but his animations are still insane. He's got half showtime on current gen. Pro 3 is obviously a huge thing for getting to the basket.
Now, I just think his release combined with showtime, combined with his quick first step, dribble stakes is a lot to like.
And we got Westbrook.
He's fine.
Westbrook's good. He's basically the same as
Yeah, he is the Opal. He is the Opal. And the thing is, I run Opal Russ on my no money spent squad. So Diamond Russ definitely belongs in A tier. Look at how many point guards there are at A tier. You got Smush, Ronald, Baron Davis, Sura, Felipe Lopez, Banga, and Russ. But how do you separate those 8 guys? Like, it's just all preference. It is. Between them all. Banga.
Although I do think Lopez better too.
Like, it's just all preference.
Sean Kemp. I mean, badged up Kemp.
He's kind of a card I want for my no money spec because I love the Amethyst Kemp. I've never ran the Diamond Kemp though. It's just we got a lot of good centers. We do.
You can get him for still kind of cheap. You can actually buy him with like range for quite cheap.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could probably get one with range for super cheap.
Like he's basically just like a poor man's version of the Moses Malone Galaxy Opal card. A good defender, Hall of Fame showtime.
Let me tell you, I love my Moses Malone. Absolutely love him.
To be honest. but his release is pretty nice. He can green. So I'm going to put him in S, but it's a reluctant S if you want to argue.
Hey, chill on my man Sean Kemp, man. Chill on him.
And we have Steve Nash.
I can't argue anything wherever you put him.
A tier. Steve Nash.
You know, there's one of my IROs will swear by this Steve Nash card. I haven't used him enough to
Steve
know.
Nash looks,
you know,
25 interior defense is a problem.
Interior matters.
I think Baron Davis is the same. Like
interior definitely does matter.
Nash is slightly better, but I don't think it's enough. I don't think Nash is as good as Donovan Mitchell or Jose Calderon. So, especially on next gen over Jose Calderon. Current gen he probably is better, so that's why I'm putting.
No, I would definitely probably take Donovan Mitchell over Steve Nash, but that's
then honestly Levine and Hero. They're like worse versions of KPJ.
I would say I haven't used
really
Levine
like Hero,
or Hero enough. You know, a lot of people swear by that Tyler Hero card. I haven't used them enough to really comment on it.
No, you go S. You're better.
I will say I do love KPJ. Now, my KPJ doesn't play anymore because I have Clay, because I have, you know, guys like Malik Sealy, those types of players. But let me tell you, KPJ for like 3,000 MT is absolutely incredible.
KPJ is just better. There's something about this card that he's just better than those other guys. I don't know what it is.
Now, I don't know if it's his player build, what it is, but KPJ is so tough.
Basically, Levine is the same as the Pink Time, and
Levine's
all
just
through the year,
player build is
Time was better than Eddie.
I don't know if he's just
Tyler Hero
weak or what it is, man.
His ability to create is on offense is really, really good.
Now, like I said, a lot of people do swear by Tyler Hero.
How much better he is.
Everybody just swears by him.
Like, I didn't think Tyler Hero was going to be up to much. I didn't really like his Amethyst card, but I actually think this card is fantastic. This
and DBG's not the only one. Like, a ton of people love Hero.
Sorry, and then we've got oh yeah, Zach Levine, last player. Really nice shooter, great release, good Curry slide.
And I remember when the Pink Diamond Zach Levine came out, everybody was like, yeah, he's like a top card. And I was like, he just doesn't defend, man. They just don't play as much defense as I might like.
This is my tier list of budget players from worthless.
Bro, the fact that Glenn Robinson is in D tier, I'm just stunned right now.
All the way up.
I'm stunned at Glenn Robinson in D tier.
Well, I do know how to
and that's what I said. Like, DBG is mostly next gen. I'm mostly current gen.
I have a general idea of how to play on current gen because of how much of that game I've played. I do have to base this on what I know, and what I know is a lot of next gen. Although there are certain situations where I'm like, look, Baines is awful on current gen, so I can't put him in a higher tier.
And that's kind of how I am with some of these players as well, right? You know, you gotta know some certain situations. Like Ray Allen and Jose Calderon, I just know they're good players on next gen. Have I used them on next gen? No. Will I ever use either one of them? I don't know, but you just gotta kind of know, right? You just gotta know.
It's legitimately like one of the best point guards in the game on next gen, so I kind of have to put him in the top 2.
And I mean, that all makes sense. Like, that definitely all makes sense to me.
Even though we have to talk about gens, and it will be a bit hypocritical, like me having Mitchell as like my 5th choice point guard and Calderon as my 2nd choice point guard, and me
it's basically like we're playing 2 separate games right now. Anyway, so it's definitely tough, guys. Let me know down below in the comments. Would you guys have had Glenn Robinson in B tier, A tier, or C tier, or even D tier like DBG? Let me know that down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.